Hello, let us look at the concept of capacity planning. Capacity is the rate of productive capability of a facility. So it is the rate at which that facility is producing something. So the volume of output per period of time is a measure that we usually use to define capacity. Capacity planning is the process of determining the production or operational capability needed by an organization to meet changing demands for its products or services. So, the demand that is arising from customers usually fluctuates over a period of time, and capacity planning need to accommodate these fluctuations so that those demands can be met. The resources and factors that are usually varied, manipulated in order to meet these objectives are equipments, labor, space, and time. So equipment utilization rate can be defined, the number of people who are working on a project can be defined, the space utilization can be defined, and the time or the duration of the effort can all be planned and defined. So varying these four factors result in a change of capacity or capacity modification. Capacity planning is influenced by system constraints and operational objectives. System constraints, the major system constraints are design capacity, operational complexity, and the policies and standards defined by the system. Design capacity have an associated concept called effective capacity. Usually the machinery that is employed for producing something is worked according to its effective capacity. It is usually 80% of the design capacity. So design capacity is the maximum capacity that is designed onto a system. Operational complexity refers to the processes and the complexity of those processes involved in producing something or in delivering a service. An organization follows various policies and standards, and an operational facility need to follow those policies and standards in order to deliver their services. The operational objectives are the quantity of products or services that need to be delivered, the schedule constraints, the quality definitions and parameters, the standard operating procedures. These are usually referred to as competitive priorities. So the capacity modifications need to be done according to the competitive priority decisions that is done on a strategic level. The various approaches towards capacity planning are long-term and short-term. Long-term approaches result in investment strategy related decisions, and short-term approaches results in resource utilization plans and schedules. The strategies followed as a part of capacity modification are leading capacity strategy, following capacity strategy, and tracking capacity strategy. As a part of leading capacity strategy, huge investments is made in order to modify the existing resources and capabilities, and long-term decisions are taken as a part of this. It requires huge investments. A following capacity strategy means according to the demand fluctuations you can modify your capability and you can deliver according to those fluctuating demands. A tracking capacity strategy means you go on implementing incremental modifications to your facility as you progress your work. The process of capacity planning involves these steps. Estimating future capacity requirements is the first step. Evaluating existing capacity and facilities and identifying the gaps existing in the current facility. Identifying alternatives for meeting requirements. It could be another machinery, it could be another method that can be followed. Conduct financial analysis of each alternative so that we can select the best. Assess key qualitative issues for each alternative according to your policies and other decisions that you have made early. Select the alternatives to pursue that will be best in the long term. Implement the selected alternative and monitor the results to improve and maintain those changes. So these are the dimensions that we need to know when we think about capacity modifications. Thank you.